While I was on house arrest, I started corresponding with a man that was accused of some pretty sensational things that had made national headline news.
Dustin would actually make you feel sympathy towards him.
When Dustin chose to talk to me, it was automatically like, well, I love him. It's terrible, like the things that they're saying about him. Looking at his picture, it's sad. He's very charming, intelligent, caring, sensitive. That made me feel like I was the best person on the planet. My self-esteem was at 100. I felt that Dustin really understood who I was. He would make me laugh, he would tell jokes. He was like my best friend. Our conversations went from our usual I love you too, to all of a sudden, do you want to marry me? I was excited, I was giddy. A lot of my friends were all getting married, and so when he asked, it was everything that I ever wanted. If I find myself missing him, I usually play his interrogation just to hear his voice. I always wonder what would have happened if we would have met under different circumstances.
Well, Dustin and Jessica legally were just not allowed to speak to each other since they were both convicts. So how were they able to talk on the phone? Well, Jessica says, Mom came to the rescue. Take a look.
Even though my mom knew that Dustin and I weren't supposed to be in communication, she had agreed to assist us. Once I was sentenced to incarceration, Dustin would phone the home phone number and I would call my mom's cell phone number, and my mom would put the two on speakerphone and let us talk that way.
That's the only positive in her life at that time. It didn't matter where it came from, it was just positive.
Where do I begin? You wanted a checklist. Mm-hmm. Okay, what are red flags where you would want to say, if I see this, run the other way? If the person is currently incarcerated, check. If in the description of him in the media or otherwise they're using words demonic, check. Torturer, check. If in his relationship with former roommate, they're using terms of broken ribs, broken limbs, eye socket, missing lips, partially missing tongue, crushed face.
So I would be a red flag to men then, because I'm psychotic, because that's what the media said about me.
I have two sons. If they were using those terms about you, that you were breaking people's limbs, cutting off their lips, crushing their brains, leaving them permanently disfigured, yes, check, 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 check. You would be on the red check list to stay the hell away from. Yes. You said it was positive attention for her, so it didn't really matter where it came from. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, because these people groom their victims. And you, Mom, need to teach her that she needs to value herself enough that her standard is high enough, her self-worth is high enough, that she will not allow anyone into her life or her space unless and until they demonstrate to her that they are worthy of that time and attention.